everyone, so I hear that Minecraft is getting more popular. I've seen the graphs of the Minecraft versus Fortnite. Uh, and yeah, I'm excited about that. I love hearing the neighbors' kids talk about how excited they are to play Minecraft. They talk about their spider jockeys and everything. But I have nearly 100 subscribers, and I have multiple videos with like a couple thousand views on them, which I just think is crazy. So I figured I'd roll it back to this guy here. Sort of going old school. This design right here, well, not really this design because I did do an update of it, but this design right here is the reason that I started making Minecraft YouTube videos. Or started making YouTube videos at all because I wanted to share with the world this potion brewing design where I could come and just punch in any potion, have your supply chests there, and then add any effect to it, and it would automatically brew you 3 potions. And one of the issues that I like, this was sort of my first ever Redstone design that was my own, and one of the issues I had with it is it was quite large. So we got 19 wide, 12 high, 14 deep. So you can see this is a pretty big build here, and I mean there is lots of open space in there. And so I challenged myself with trying to shrink it. And so this is the same thing. Also, with the 113 update of waterlogged stairs, you can fill up water bottles through stairs. We have this here. Now it's a little harder. We got to reach for these chests back in here. If you have seen these signs here, we have 14 wide, 9 high, 12 deep, which is a total of just over 1,500 blocks, which is less than half as big as this original one. So definitely feeling a lot better about this. I believe, yeah, so this is the health/harming. The redstone lights that all turn on when we have secondary, just the same. So it's all the same as this. So now we have weakness enabled. This light indicates that we have harming enabled. Kind of hard to get redstone to go up through 3 solid blocks. There's a lot tighter redstone back in here. A lot trickier to try and get everything all wired up. But yeah, we have this same decoder here, plus our 1 for our 9th ingredient. And then we still had to have 1 block beyond there, as opposed to the 2 or 3 that we had before. And then we managed to get these guys a lot closer. I mean, a lot closer, 1 closer to our center here. 4, 3, yeah, to center. So we shrunk that in, and we also shrunk this whole thing in by 2. Which yeah, got us a lot better. And it's still, so right now we have health, or harming, because the lights are lit. Harming 2 potion. That's what it looks like, and so we can still stand here and see the ingredients coming down. There's our glow powder, glowstone dust, and our fermented spider eye coming in. And we should probably take some of this out. And as the last ingredient comes through here, we'll see that I still managed to get the timing the same. That took a little bit, so that as soon as it finishes brewing, they are extracted. New water bottles are put in. Instant damage too, yeah. New water bottles are put in for our next brew. Would you look at that? I even figured out how to use structure blocks for you guys. So, with these, I sort of have the different circuits color-coded, and I've sort of broken that out here. This first one, this magenta circuit, is sort of the main one, and so I've included the main hopper and chest setup. All these chests are just single, whereas on this original version we did have double chests. For these guys, I'm not too worried about only having single chests. That's a lot of potions still, worth the stuff. But we have our arrow selector here, our button to send the signal. So normally this comparator is locked by this repeater. And if we select, say, 2, hit the button, you'll see that we get a flash through 2. And oh yeah, that little flash comes from this repeater powering this block, which is over this dust. But it doesn't actually trigger anything because all of this gets powered at the same time. So fun fact, all these repeaters are set on 2, same as the old one. And for our 9th potion here, our invisibility one, we have and you'll see this flash again. Oh no, we shouldn't because it's not over it. We have this invisibility potion, which brings it all the way down to the last one, which doesn't have this row of 4 blocks dust on top of these 2 repeaters. 1 tick, 2 tick here. Torches along the back. This guy slabs all the way along here so that we don't power these pistons, and then a full block here at the end to power this one, which is the only one we want this button to control. And then of course torches here. These guys are on 2 ticks because that's the minimum delay we need in order for an observer to turn off a redstone torch. Moving over here, we got a green circuit, which is sort of a continuation off of this magenta one. It uses the same button inputs to either 1 or 2. This will be our nether wart chest, so a double chest here, and this hopper will flow into this front hopper here. We sort of have this brewing stand in all of them. This brewing stand setup is sort of a reference point. I also laid out this floor here. But this allows our nether wart to be deposited first, regardless of which button we press. And then we have the pink circuit, which is our timer circuit. So slightly different, and let's get a comparator in there. Comparator reads from this hopper, which stores the items before they go into the brewing stand. So as long as there's items in here, this guy will be fully powered, which will depower or unpower this redstone torch. Once the last item goes out, this here is enough delay for a full, complete brewing cycle to happen before this torch is turned back on and it triggers the potion extraction. So 5 comparator circuit down here with a block, a 2 comparator circuit here, lots of delay, and then just a little bit of delay. And this sort of leads directly into this cyan circuit, which the redstone torch on the end right there, that guy right there, is up right in this position here. So the pink block is here, redstone torch is here. Or actually, the redstone torch is 1 lower because we have a block above it. So torch is here, block to power this dust will trigger this circuit. Got 2 ticks here, just a short delay, short comparator delay here, or extender. And then a switch here powered by this dropper that will either lock this bottom hopper with this dust or this top hopper with this direct comparator here. And then we also have this cyan block here to just stop the redstone from the orange line mixing with the cyan line. You also have a couple blocks here, like this guy, this guy, this guy, that stop the redstone dust from the pink and magenta circuits from mixing together. On to the first of our specialty circuits. So they all have this, get around to this side. This is a similar thing. We have 3 droppers, hopper, so the item will cycle this way, and as we push the button, it'll go through 2, so now it's in that dropper, and then if we press it, it'll power it into this guy, and then, yeah, I guess if we press it again, it'll power it through the last 2 and drop back into this first one. And when it is in here, we have this powered, so powered through here, which depowers this torch and turns off the light behind it. All of these guys will have a light to indicate when that potion is enabled. And this secondary effect also has a special one, which is this orange circuit, which lights up all these lamps. So when this is lit up, all these lamps are lit up to show that the secondary effect is enabled. And that's just this orange circuit here. We have a redstone torch under there, just directly into a block. And redstone torch tower up to power this. This is our weakness. So the potion for weakness can only be brewed when this secondary thing is activated, such as this, because out the back, when we have this triggered, this will turn on, this will bring the solid block up into here. So when we hit the button or trigger it with one of these observers, this piston here will shift that observer, and he'll pulse, depower this hopper momentarily to allow the item through. If this is shut off and we hit this, you can see that because the block isn't here, this doesn't get powered. Same goes for all of these activations. And there's even one additional one, which is just this torch on the side. He doesn't have an observer because it's just a torch power thing. We couldn't get the torch power to come up here without mixing here and potentially causing issues. The next specialty circuit is splash potions, which I have in light gray here. Light gray to match with the gunpowder. Again, same system here. This is all the same for all of them. And then we just have this powered and into this block here. Again, to up this. And here, this block is to stop the power. This guy here will always get powered whenever a potion is brewed, because he will always be powered by either the red or yellow circuit. Alright, so some minor tweaks to the green circuit. We have a repeater down here. Into this block, we have to cut off this redstone because we don't want this signal coming this way up into the red, because we do have this guy here, which is a yellow only, and so we don't want red to be active. Blocks, and then I've shifted this guy back. This can actually be a slab there. We'll go check it out over there. Shifted this back, repeater and some blocks, so that the fermented spider eye is put in before the redstone. This was how we were able to do that. Let's run over here. So now instead of straight across here, just redstone, repeater up into a block. This repeater powers through the block to here and also powers on top of the block to there, which gets picked up by this repeater. So that redstone dust is right here, powers through this block to this repeater. And this will enable the splash and redstone functionality, because a potion of weakness can have a redstone as well. And then, yes, putting this guy back here, 2 ticks on the repeater again, we can just have redstone dust here, because all the other repeaters are on this level. It won't mix with anything. And then there's this guy with the bonus torch there. This guy here, so from the dust, redstone, repeater into dust, torch here to power this. Either way, we can see when we power this block here, it powers both of these pistons, and when we power this block here, it powers both of these pistons. That's why we had to move this weakness, this lime green one, down instead of having him up here parallel. Otherwise, he would have always been activated when this red line is activated. And we don't want that because while there are cases where we can have red and green, there are also cases where we just want the potion duration to be extended, right? That's red's duration. Yeah, duration to be extended, but we can't have weakness. And that will just cause mix-ups in our brewer, and then we'll have to go in there and pull out the fermented spider eye, or it won't give us the potion we're hoping for. So, again, like the first one, a little bit of a smart system there. Additionally, with the splash potion, we have the lingering potion. Because dragon's breath can only ever be put in after gunpowder is added. So these two or lingering can only work with splash. So we have this, we're using this same repeater that'll power this chest or unlock this hopper. Here to power this bit of redstone dust, it goes across with a bit of delay to this system here, which will push this, and then if we have this lever enabled, we can allow the potion through. Now, these last two are the reasons why we have this this dropper hopper cycle here to toggle whether it's on or off. And that's because of these slime block systems. Because redstone dust and glowstone dust are mutually exclusive, you can either have one or the other, but not both. We have these slime block structures, which if we go to this one over here, you can see how they line up. So if we have glowstone on and then we want to switch it to redstone, slime block will be pushed over, which will trigger the glowstone and switch it to off. Likewise, if we have redstone on and glowstone off, we can swap them back and forth. And we were looking at redstone. Same thing here. This is all the same. We have an additional torch here to power this piston with a couple blocks into this observer into the solid block, 3 ticks on the repeater. That'll give us 2 pulses through here. Redstone magic, I know. And then again out here to extend this piston up, we have the observer, pistons, and then this line here. So the last 8. So the first potion will go here, which if we look here, kind of difficult to see. So here's first potion, has a yellow one, but the rest of them all have redstone. And that is because the potion of health cannot have an extended duration, but it can have an extended strength. That's we'll get to that in the yellow one. But the rest of the potions can all have extended duration. Also, here we have this torch for the green circuit, the secondary effects that we touched on over there, and these additional 5 torches just to control, and they will be under this redstone dust here because the first 6 potions, that one there, and then these 5 can all have the potion strength modifier added to them. Last 3 potions cannot have potion strength, and so we just don't extend this yellow line. This yellow line stops here. We don't extend it over that guy, so we don't need to worry about it. Yellow system set up sort of the same way, again with the blocks turning the corner with the redstone dust here. Again over the chest, so we need slab or stairs. You can use stairs for pretty much any of these slabs. this first one, yeah, slabs for any, or stairs for any of these slabs here. But again, same thing here. We have a redstone torch here into a block, and then a piston, and then just one slime block, because we don't want these two slime block systems to ever touch each other and get stuck together. We have to offset them on an angle here, and this does it. But again, repeater on 3 ticks. And that's sort of the Cole's notes of how to build this brewing station. There's our brewer. Alright, I believe I have rambled on long enough about this stuff. I will try to leave a world description, or world download down in the description. And also a link to the previous video with this guy. Like I said, first video ever, and a little rough. But for now, I think we'll celebrate with a nice... Oh, maybe we can't even drink. Oh, there we go. Nice purple potion. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys found this neat. I hope you enjoyed the throwback to this original system and trying to make it smaller. Let me know you guys' thoughts down in the description, and if you have any questions, I'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.